In this video, I talk about a few different concepts like what if it all worked out? What if you had to fail 100 times for you to find out that the 101st try is going to be your success? I talk about how perfectionism is fake and how you can only be yourself and some extra things, but this video is just chill. What if everything that you're worrying about right now is all going to work out? Like, if you give it your all, what are the odds of it not working out? And at least if it then doesn't work out, you'll know that you gave it your all. I know this is like a weird start to the video. I don't really feel energized enough to record like a more hyper video. It is currently 6:40 a.m. and I woke up at 5:30 for some reason. I went to bed at 12, so I didn't really have that much sleep, but I do want to do the daily video. And before I went to bed last night, I was really thinking about this. I was really thinking about how I had quite decent success on YouTube at one point and how I'm now going to go for that again, but I may be thinking too small. Like, why would I want to get the success that I already had if I can go for something way more? What if I can go for something way bigger? Because I'm putting in so much time and I'm actually giving this my all. There is no single other thing I'm doing. Like, my focus is on YouTube. Damn, we still got it though. They were not in time with defusing. I played my time well. There's this video by one of my favorite actors, Matthew McConaughey, and I believe he sits in his trailer van. He goes on talking about like the same thing that I just said, like what if it all works out? If you give it your all and it doesn't work out, at least you're not going to wonder what if. And I think that is one of the worst things that you could be wondering when you're working on something, you know? What if I gave it more time? What if I spent like literally more time doing this thing that I really want to succeed at? What if? That's the worst thing. You can't be wondering what if. If all you're if you're literally giving it your all, you don't have to wonder that at least, because you're gonna be dead one day, bro. Like, bro, I was just a 6 a.m. conversation with myself here, but like you're gonna die one day, and before you do, like your life's gonna replay, and you don't want to regret the things that you really want to get to. That might sound very dark and deep, but to be honest, it's like it's real shit though, because we all want to feel accomplished in life. But there's so many distractions too. Like I feel like that's one of the biggest issues in today's life. That there's so many easy ways to get distracted. In so many different ways. It's kind of crazy. I couldn't fall asleep last night, and when I finally did, I mean, I didn't really have trouble falling asleep like that. I was actually able to fall asleep quite easily. My sleep schedule's been pretty decent. I think that's helping a lot with my productivity. But then I still woke up super early, which I don't know. I like to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I literally am not sleeping about this shit, man. Like, I know what I want. I know I want to get this success on YouTube again, and I'm just putting in the hours. I'm doing the daily channel. I'm doing the main channel. As I said in another video, that is something I'm working on right now. However, I'm restarting my main channel, and I'm editing, like, every time that I'm not spending on this channel, on the daily one, I'm editing for my new main channel. Hold up, I got a clutch. Wait. Oh, I'm tripping, bro. It was me and my teammate alive. I thought it was me versus 2 enemies. So I have the Matsias Daily channel, where I literally want to post every single day. It's going to be a challenge to keep it interesting for sure. And then I have the Matsias 2 channel, which is my main channel, where I'll be posting every week. But in the beginning, I might upload a little more frequently, because I have a backlog of uploads that I'm reposting that I think are good to be posting, but I didn't post yet. Holy, Loki fragging out a little bit. 6-0. Bro, I didn't have my coffee yet. Early as fuck, a little sleep deprived. But it is what it is, bro. Loki doing alright. Oh shit. Oh shit. Keep the AK though. Alright, maybe these enemies are just completely chopped. I think I'm gonna do more challenge videos on this channel. Yesterday I did the challenge where every time I died my resolution went down one setting. I thought that was kind of interesting. That was definitely a very tough challenge though. So right now what I'm focused on with the ideology of giving it my all is really trying to understand a better way to structure my videos. In a way where Mr. B structures his videos to the point where it's like one main storyline, and throughout that there's other storylines as well, so the video isn't just one thing. Like if you're looking at hide and seek in Mirage, let's say that as a video example, the main storyline would be that the seeker is trying to find the hiders, but on top of that you could be adding another storyline where you take one of the hiders and you give him like a special challenge, or you take someone that you find and you take him with you on the journey and you do something additional to the main storyline, you know, keep it re-engaged for the viewer. And I want to take that with me into future videos to make it way more interesting, essentially. Holy bro, how did I miss 2 op shots like that? Definitely getting pushed now. Oh! Yeah, bro, I'm dead, bro. I feel like FBI just raided my crib. Type shit! I seen another quote the other day that went along the lines of, what if you had to fail 100 times before it actually worked out, and the 101st try is a guaranteed success? How fast would you be willing to fail the 100 times? And I related that to YouTube uploads, because honestly I got kind of humbled going back uploading on my main channel, thinking I could have just disappeared for this long, and then expected quite the same feedback that I had before I left, which isn't true obviously. So what if I had to put in so much work that it's just undeniable, and that I know that one of these future tries before like failing all these other times is going to be the successor? And I think that is the truth. Bro, I'm last alive again. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, bro. I actually locked in for a second. I really started thinking in my head, what if it all worked out? And I visualized myself winning that shit. I think a lot of people will start something and they have no idea how long it will take them to get the success. That's because a lot of people, they want to get successful by doing the thing they love doing. And I think that may be the wrong way to look at it, because I got most successful doing the things I did by doing them because I love them. I didn't do them with the intention of being successful. So you initially got to do it for the love of the game, you know? You got to love what you're doing. And if you do that and it's just so effortless that it is the thing you do every single day and you look forward to doing it, like I'm doing that with editing right now and with videos, I think that's when you're going to get success, because you don't care what you're doing as long as you can do it. And any result's going to be a great result as long as you don't have expectations. Why am I last alive again, man? Damn, I had no idea he would be Palace. Or is he Palace? I don't know. And you know what? When you're doing things online, nobody actually gives a fuck about what you're doing, bro. Like, nobody actually gives a fuck. Everybody's so self-obsessed. Everybody's just only looking at themselves. Like, why would you care? Zooming in on yourself too much. Being so self-conscious about what you put out. If you want to do something online that you love, or it goes with anything. If you want to do something you love, you truly love doing that shit, don't feel weird about it. Just do that shit. And own it. Like, that's you. And in 10 years time, bro, fuck it, in 1 year time, but nobody's even gonna remember you unless you make it. And if you make it, nothing's been cringe, because it's only cringe if it doesn't work out. So keep that in mind. Like, it's only cringe if it doesn't work out. And even then, being cringy doesn't matter at all, because nobody cares. So like, as long as you keep going, it's gonna work out. So how is there a loss? How could there be a loss? It's only cringe if it doesn't work out. You can't fail if you don't stop grinding. And if you love doing it. I mean, that's I don't know where I was going with that. I'm not gonna lie, but it seems like a pretty solid formula for success. 12 and 6. Why couldn't I do that in my video yesterday? Finally having a good game, and I'm actually went into this, you know, focused on yapping. Another interesting concept I talk about with people is them being a perfectionist. Bro, there's truly not that many perfectionists in the world. Like, if you're a real perfectionist, that's like an autistic or real autistic trait. And people like perfectionists exist. But a lot of people, they just suffer from anxiety and perfectionism in a way where it's kind of performative rather than realistic. They're just comparing themselves to other people, and they're comparing themselves to what they want to be in comparison to the other people. So like, how does that make sense? That's not perfectionism, that's just comparison. And when I talk to people like that, it's like, have you even put in enough work? Have you even released enough things? Like, it could be music, it could be videos, it could be any type of artwork or any type of thing with a measurable outcome metric. And most of these people haven't released anything, which is the best way to get feedback. And feedback is the best way to get improvement. Whether you're making fitness content, whether you're making Counter-Strike content, whether you're making content about picking up leaves in the forest, that shit doesn't matter. You can't be comparing yourself to someone else. You can take inspiration. I think taking inspiration is great. But the moment you start comparing yourself to someone whose output, for example, 100 videos, and you've only output 10, sometimes not even 1, who are you comparing yourself to? That's so extremely egotistical. Why do you deserve to compare yourself to that person whose output such an insane amount of work, has gone through so much pain and suffering to output all of that stuff, go through the process of improvement from all these uploads? Why do you deserve what you so much want? You don't, bro. You don't. You can't compare yourself to these people, especially if you haven't released anything. And the thing is, you can't compare your unreleased work to some other people, their released work. Let's say you're releasing a song and you're trying to compare it to some song someone else has uploaded, and your song is unreleased. Your song will never be as good as that song because they're doing their song way better than you could ever do their song because it's theirs. But they could never do the song that you did any better than how you did it. Perhaps, you know, they have a better voice or better vocals, but they could never be more you than you. And I think that is what you should be focusing on, and that's the thing. I saw this clip by Togi, funnily enough, Togi, like, as an example, right? But he made a very good point. Holy shit, just got pushed by an underground guy. That is what I would do. That's insane. So Togi said, people coming up to him saying, oh, I'm gonna be the next Togi. I'm gonna be the next Steve Will Do It. I'm gonna be the next whatever, you know? But you could never be the next Togi. You could never be the next Matt CS. You could never be the next whoever you want to be. You could only be the best you. And vice versa, these other people can't be you either. So moving in a very interesting time in you know, history and how everything is moving with AI right now. Everything is so depersonalized. Like, everything is so, like, cookie cutter perfect. So I think that the raw, you know, more human thing, the authenticity is going to be a big selling point. People want to connect with people, and maybe AI will be able to replicate that in the future, but it will only work if people have no idea it's an AI. As soon as people know it's an AI, they won't feel as connected, you know. Maybe I'm an AI robot. Who knows? Shit. God damn it. So that's what I'm saying. Just Oh my god, that's so cringy. Like, yeah, you actually gotta be yourself, but you don't want to be a fucking loser either. You gotta be the best version you can be at all costs. Like, don't just accept yourself for who you are currently. No, if you're fat as fuck. You gotta go work out. You gotta lose the weight right now. You gotta get on a better diet. If you can't curl 20 kg at the gym, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, get in the gym, get strong. If you can't bench 2 plates, get in the gym, get strong. If you can't form a coherent sentence, pick up a book sometimes, you know, get smarter, read some shit, bro. Don't scroll, doom scroll every single day. Like, no, you shouldn't be accepting who you currently are. You should always be striving for improvement. Maybe when you're like 70 years old and you're in your a little chair on the balcony smoking a cigar and you pass off your hopefully good lessons that you've learned to some other people, that's when you can relax and be yourself for who you are, you know. And even then you'll probably want to be improving, because otherwise what the fuck are you gonna do in life, bro? Sit there and do nothing? That sounds so boring. And I've been there. I've been doing nothing, idling. I've done that for years and it's so boring. You don't want to do that, bro. That's like, that shit will kill you. Yeah, this video may be a little bit of a ramble, but sometimes it's good to just get that out, you know. And I think a lot of people appreciate my talking videos too, which I think is interesting, because to me, I'm not saying anything special, because that's all this is like the things that I know and the things that I like talking about, but a lot of other people may find value in them. Also, something very important is to know when to release stuff. You should be very strategic and critiquing of yourself before releasing a piece of work that you're working on, right? On the other hand, you don't want to be overly analytical and put that onto perfectionism, because that's going to kill you. You want to have some sort of a framework that works for you and accept it's good enough right now. Because the best videos I've ever made were made close to perfection, but it was the best I could do at the time. And because it was the best I could do at the time, I released them. Maybe at 90% of my capacity, which is on the bell curve. It's like, if the bell curve goes all the way up, it would be like here. What is the area of improvement here in the top? It would be so insignificant. It wouldn't be worth it. However, after posting these videos, you rewatch them, you check the data, you check the analytics, you check the comments. You learn so much about that video that now can get improved based on user feedback from the comments, from the data, from everything that you've gotten by releasing the video. So now when you go into the next video, you've learned so many things that you would have never gotten if this project of yours is just dusting on a shelf. That's why it's very important to have some sort of a framework, to be analytical, critical, but not overly perfectionistic. Because if you're truly a perfectionist, there's really not that many perfectionists in the world. I will actually look up the statistics of perfectionists and put it on the screen, because I have no idea how many people is actually a perfectionist. But I doubt it's gonna be less than 5%, so 1 in 20. That's my guess. Where is he gonna plant the bomb? We're both at a bomb site. Is he saving? 8-6. Why would he be saving? Oh. And you're not saving, buddy. Out of 100 people, how many are truly perfectionist? Other estimates suggest, I mean, no, I'm talking true perfectionism. Over 90, bro, like tendencies, bro. Everybody think they special. You not, twin. That's why there's bell curves of averages. This shit does not exist like that. Perfectionists are crazy. And in case you're wondering, bell curve meme, like this is kind of how that works, right? This is a weird template. I'm just trying to find. Imagine this text isn't here. Like, that's kind of like the bell curve. Most of the people are just in the middle, right? There's not that many. What do you want, bro? Yeah, I got your ass muted. I knew that bro wanted to get a skin, and he gave it away. What a wholesome guy. I'm gonna just go A, bro. I don't really think that there's gonna be anybody here. Honestly, I don't know. I may be tweaking. I'm gonna just hold this real quick. See? I was right. Bro, I really thought that Molly was mid-site. Drop me flashbang. Drop me one flashbang, please. Please, please, please. Drop me one flashbang. It's too late, brother. I wanted to go middle and underground. I'm gonna just have to not look. Yeah, it's too late now, huh? Nah, he's gonna call out underground. But I'm pushing through with a flashy. Up though. Loki got that shit on lock, I can't lie. Yeah, no, I'm not pushing that. We're backing off all the way. Yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't be walking around like that too much. You know, something I find very interesting is the fact that, like, there's like 8 billion people in the world right now. Let me find out how many there is. Population of the world. 8.2 to 8.3 billion. Like, how is there not going to be 100,000 people supporting the work you do? How is there not going to be 100,000 people to just fuck with you for what you do? You just got to find your people. And not everybody's a creator. Not everybody is supposed to make it. That's how it works. Like, not everybody's going to make it. Let's face the facts here. I'm not going to be coping. Some people are really just not destined to make it. But if you're a little bit critical, analytical, and introspective, you definitely have a good shot at making it and finding out what you really want to do. And finding your audience. And, you know, I found that very interesting while I'm mid-clutch. I had this thought to talk about this because I had this thought earlier this morning. Damn. I saw the spray transfer in my head. Brrr. I would have got that. I had the thought, you know, I haven't really niched down on any content, and I'm quite envious of people that are able to do that, or that have found their niche. And I'm a little bit all over the place. And I don't really think that is too wrong, but, you know, being analytical myself and a bit more structured, that sucks. I would much rather be more structured and find my niche like that. It would be way easier, but I just can't find out what it is yet. Like, I'm shooting from the hip and I'm trying to see what sticks and then go from there and find my niche from there. I think that's the way to do it, especially now that I'm starting out, you know, with content, starting out with experimenting a lot of different things, different channels. The new main channel, this channel, my vlog channel where I post some weekly update type videos about my peptide journey. So quite some interesting things. I think I'm gonna title this video, "What if it all just works out?" And then just not give it a thumbnail. Just let YouTube pick the thumbnail for this one. Shout out Greg Plitt, man. R.I.P. R.I.P. Greg Plitt. He was one of the realest to ever do it. I love his videos. I love his speeches. I love his determinism and his like, bro, the way he says things, so motivational. I think we lost the game, but at least I didn't lose to myself. I have 16 kills. I think I did pretty damn good for my standards. Maybe it's because I signed up for Leadify yesterday. Connected my account. Alright, well, it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.